Yeah,
well, you're doing a good job. So
you are doing a pretty damn good job. If he gets up, then
I got ran through it
yeah.
20 minutes before you got here. Oh, that's the music. Okay, that should be us on with audio and video. All right, we're live. There we go.
okay, test.
Cheers, lad. I'm happy and satisfied. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, are you guys happy with the microphone?
Yeah, I think so.
All good.
Away you go.
All right, hello. Hopefully you can hear us live on the stream for today. We are your commentators, Jamie and
Jordan, how you doing?
as we are going to be taking you through today's matchup, which I believe is the first ever official match between Edinburgh University and Heriot-Watt American football teams.
No, Edinburgh Mavericks and Heriot-Watt. The former Edinburgh Predators did play.
It's an official match, but yes, we got our first kick return underway, which was taken back by the Edinburgh Mavericks. Let me just get a name for you there. AJ rushing. However, we have got a flag on the field, so we'll wait to see what the refs indicate that was.
Dead good that the boy returning kickoffs is called AJ Rushing, isn't it?
I'm sure there'll probably be an interesting fact about him in the many piles of paper that we've been provided for today.
He's been playing for 10 years.
10 years?
10 seasons is our AJ Russian here, 3 at Edinburgh, 10 in the States.
Oh.
Sorry, 7 in the States. Maths degree.
Good maths.
Yeah.
I unfortunately did miss whatever that flag was, and I don't even know if the camera was even pointing
Probably
at
wasn't.
it.
That's entirely my fault, and it will happen again, I'm sorry.
This is a very amateur team right now. Actually, it's our first ever official commentary game.
First and probably last, Jamie.
So we have a motion from Edinburgh with a toss to the motion man, trying to get to the outside with
Flag in the backfield.
for a what looks to be a 1 yard gain, and as Jordan pointed out, a flag on the field. Just waiting to see what we get from that. Wait, where did you see the flag?
About halfway. I think it came from the
Oh, here we go. All right, it was an illegal substitution against Heriot-Watt, so that will be an additional 5 yards to the end of the play, I believe, for Edinburgh. Leading the Edinburgh University offense is Cale Houghton, who is a 3-year wide receiver for Edinburgh, who has now turned into QB for his final year. He comes from New York City. Obviously, he's to do his full degree here in Edinburgh, and has obviously been a part of this team for a good few years now. I don't know if that will have included COVID or pre-COVID.
COVID's a hoax, Jamie.
I mean, we still didn't have a season. 2 actually for the university level. So we see our first pass and completion for a nice screen to the field side, and I believe that looks like it might be enough for a first down. We'll let the refs tell us that and stop trying to guess, because apparently my eyes are absolutely terrible, and that was oh no, we're moving slightly, a 2 yard gain, setting us up for 2nd and 1.
Good stop there by Heriot-Watt's number 58, Sandy Lever.
You'll probably no doubt get this as we go through today's commentary, but myself, Jamie, I'm a Edinburgh alumni, and Jordan is a Heriot-Watt alumni, so we're going to try and give us a nice balanced commentary
I think
for
we'll
you
be
today.
very biased from both sides. You're welcome.
All right, going from a 2-man backfield, nice toss there to Matt. Oh, it was AJ Rushing again. It's going to be, looks like one of their premier player that they're going to try and move the ball with for the Edinburgh offense. And yeah, they did enough there to get the first down. So yeah, first down Edinburgh. We also do have a microphone in front of us for the crowd and fans here today, and we're yet to use it because I have no idea how it's going to work smoothly between both of them.
Just yell at them and tell them there's cakes for sale, Jamie.
There are cakes for sale at the venue, so if you happen to be listening to us and here today, definitely take a moment to go get some of that later on. I believe all funding is going to be, I'll stop until the end of the play. Oh, Cale making some moves in the pocket and using his athleticism that he's bringing from wide receiver to escape the pocket and get a significant few yards there on what was a broken play. But yeah, as we're saying, today's all ticket sales and I believe cake sales for today are going towards Movember.
From Edinburgh Uni's side, I believe.
Yes, both teams are doing Movember this year, so if you go over to either of their Instagrams, you'll be able to follow the stories of their players going through that. All right, we have a nice 2nd and medium coming up here. We have 2 men in the backfield, so expecting a run. We've got a motion coming in across the face. It was a fake handoff
and there it is.
to the motion.
Heriot-Watt's number 58, Sandy Lever, doing what Sandy Lever does best.
Man,
Sorry,
chase
biased.
football.
Yeah.
That was, to be fair, that was a significant play and deserved the love that Jordan was providing him there.
See ball, get ball.
See ball, get ball. Especially excellent job there, not following the motion there in the fake, trusting his fellow teammates there who are responsible for the contain on the other side.
Solid defensive system, that, Jamie.
So we are coming into 3rd and long, which is always going to be a very difficult situation for any offense. However, knowing the offensive coordinator, Callum Buchan, we are expecting a fake here and a deep pass, which is going to the middle of the field and unfortunately goes over the head of number 21, Jack Robertson.
Callum Buchan, by the way, is the old Heriot-Watt offensive coordinator who put up hundreds and hundreds of points last season with the team.
He did, which also led Heriot-Watt to win their Division 2 Division
Yeah.
Division 2 North. This year we have had a bit of a rejig of things, which sees all Scottish university teams in the same division. So first punt of the day for Edinburgh University. That's a pretty decent punt, but we're going to see a return. Good avoidance of 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and it's the 4th man that comes in to make that. We're going to wait for him to stand up to get a nice number on who was the playmaker for that one. Number 89. Who do we have there?
Jamie Brown.
Oh, what an excellent name.
Who is brand new to the sport, it seems.
And apparently is so brand new, has no interesting or standard facts on our sheet in front of us.
Oh, I should move this. Sorry. Camera work is going to be terrible.
It's fine, but yeah, a solid first drive there for Edinburgh. They got positive yards on most of their plays. It's always good to get that early first down in there before a significant play from the Heriot-Watt defense. So let's see what Heriot-Watt's offense has got for us. We've got a motion and screen to the running back who makes a really lovely move and gets vertical.
There's number 3 Ben Atta, as in Atta Boy, who used to play for Glasgow Tigers and now plays for Heriot-Watt, the best team in Edinburgh.
Well, that is to be determined this year, Jordan. So let's not go making wild claims
I'm
yet.
putting my house out now, Jamie.
You don't have a house, so that's the equivalent of 0.
It's kind of upsetting that you went that,
But yes, not an excellent play there. Making the catch, making 1 cut and getting vertical and making the most of it to get a solid 7 or 8 yards. So we have what's called a trip bunch formation for Heriot-Watt, with a nice screen to the young individual, Abdul.
Of Wolves fame.
Well, initially from the local Edinburgh Knights under-19s programme, who do a significant job of bringing football to Edinburgh and Lothians for those of that age in this area. They have actually been doing a fantastic job, and Abdul's one of the great examples of players who've come out of their system and are now playing for the university team Heriot-Watt. And he was there available for a few games last year or this year for the Edinburgh Wolves senior team. Snap. Oh, we've got a handoff. It is fumbled. Who has recovered it?
Covered by Heriot-Watt, it looks like.
It looks like it was. That is a rough moment to occur. 3rd and short when you're trying to keep the drive alive. But great job on the QB, Dylan, jumping on that ball instantly to ensure that they kept possession and allowed themselves to punt the football back to Edinburgh University. So very similar again, both showing flashes of offense that they do have capable of gaining significant yards.
No first down for Heriot-Watt though.
No first down, but it's one of those ones where it's because it's a self-inflicted mistake, and they possibly had the potential to get that they can talk about that, figure out what went wrong on the sideline. So here we go, we've got our first punt of the day for Heriot-Watt. That is some good height, but unfortunately did not quite get the distance they were hoping for. So Edinburgh University are going to be in excellent position right now as they start their second drive of the day.
Punt there by Heriot-Watt number 8, James Ward.
In fact, unfortunately, this fact on our sheet didn't make it quite into fun facts, but I feel like it's a fun one where apparently he broke his foot punting the ball last year.
I was avoiding that, Jamie. Don't want to jinx the boy punting again.
I mean, he did. Like, he's still out there doing it now. I'm sure
Fact
he'll
is
be
a fact.
Yeah.
You know what? Fact is a fact.
It's put on the bit of paper in front of me. So Kayla's back out with the rest of the Edinburgh University offense in what is called a empty stack. All skilled players are outside trying to get creates space, gets the toss, gets to the sideline, but unfortunately, I think that again there was great pressure there from Heriot-Watt, preventing them from gaining any additional yards. We're just waiting to hear from our referee crew today, who is led by head ref Ali May, who has indicated a holding call against Edinburgh University, which will take them back an additional 10 yards. It will stay first down, but this is never something you want to happen. Now, is it, Jordan?
Speaking as an offensive lineman who got called for holding once in his entire career, no, it's not.
I'm going to call rubbish on that.
It was only once in official games. I promise you. Against Merseyside.
We'll let him have that one, but Edinburgh University, led by Callum Buchan, coming up with another unusual offensive formation with 3 running backs in the backfield, each of them trying to get out lead block for quarterback Kale. Popped in.
Oh, that's silly.
A little bit of scuffling on the sideline as Edinburgh University did not like the timing of that hit, however.
What do you mean, the late hit?
I mean, I don't...
Arguably out of bounds hit.
Is there a flag? We let the referees make those decisions. Am I about to eat my words?
There is a flag being put in somebody's pocket, there it is.
Okay, there we go. I mean...
I've got glasses now, I can see
you have glasses now. But yes, that is unfortunately a very poorly timed error there for Heriot-Watt when they had a Edinburgh offense in a very good, manageable situation, hand them 15 yards and a fresh set of first downs. Alright, so yeah, we'll see how the Edinburgh offense comes out and changes things. They have been mixing it up with their formations, trying to spread Heriot-Watt, confuse them, spread them out, bring them in tight.
Staple of the Callum Buchan offense.
Staples indeed. So Kale takes the snap, we have a pass, he drops back, passes the ball to number 15, who by the way actually gets a good turn before going up the sideline. That was...
With another flag on the play.
There is another flag on the play. The receiver for that reception was Toby Mooney, who is a second-year wide receiver at the University of Edinburgh. But yeah, great job from him coming back to the ball, going to meet the ball. Let me look at my little cheat sheet here to see what the hell that signal meant.
I believe that was another holding on offense.
Was it holding? I thought he put his hand
Another
out.
10-yard penalty, I believe. Not from a lineman though this time, I think. Thank you very much. Man at the side.
We do have hand signals in front of us. Looks like it was printed 10 years ago, but
We will not be using those.
we will try our best. But we'll try and use our experience to guide us. All right, drop back here from Kale for a nice deep pass. He puts it over the middle and it's intercepted. Unfortunately, that did go over the head of
number 29, Dylan Reid, it looks like. Or I just cannot see.
Does he have a... Can you see a mullet? Can you see a mullet? Because that is the only fact that we've got down for him.
No. The fella who did the late hit gets the interception.
Oh, that's a...
He's going to have a game. That's how it works.
It's always good when you do maybe cost your team a small moment, but then maybe able to bring it back with a...
Instant redemption. We love to see it.
Thankfully for so far today in this first quarter of football, Jordan hasn't had to manage the camera too much as the ball has stayed around the middle of the field. But let's see if the Heriot-Watt can show the same spark after their first play. So we've got a drop back from Dylan, which is a nice spiral. Oh! That was a nice tight spiral on there to the post. A very tight window, but he does have the sort of arm strength and confidence to go for those sort of shots.
He does. Dylan is a handy little quarterback. Very new to the game. Second year, I believe. Going off of this sheet that I'm trying to read.
Oh no, he's redoing second year. So it's his third year of American football. That is one of his interesting facts, apparently.
There we go.
And that he's Welsh. That's all we get. This is the sort of facts that we're being provided for today's entertainment. direct hand up to the middle, and that is a phenomenal run. Oh my!
There's a couple flags on the play. You could be excused for thinking
That
about a
is
laundromat instead of a football field, but there
That
we go.
was an exceptional run there, managing to make a number of players
Number 22
miss.
down now.
However, we do have a injured Edinburgh University player down, and the rest will stop play and hopefully call the
Fraser
medic.
Clark, looks like. If you do have an issue with the camera work, feel free to send an email to the complaints department and we'll get back to you in 5 to 7 days.
We do actually have some fans around us today. Maybe we should borrow one of them to manage the camera. Oh, that
Back
very,
onto the
that very
Good job,
quickly
good job.
got us some space over here. It is it's actually a really nice day today. I'm glad that we were able to have the game played.
I will be getting sunburn from this though.
Oh, for anyone who is not aware, Jordan is
And those flags there for offensive holding. You love to see it.
I'm taking the moment because I actually came prepared for this weather. As much as it was like nice and warm. Hey. As much as the sun is out, it is still very cold. And just sitting at the Peffermill sideline today, which I must say is quite possibly the best view in Britball.
Thank you, Jamie. Yes, it is the best view in Britball. Home of the Edinburgh Wolves, the best team in Britball, and you can't dispute that because I'm a stranger on the internet.
Unfortunately, Jordan does have very weird sources for his information, but I'll let him have that one, which is definitely not
The
true.
sources, the voices, Jamie.
The voices. No, unfortunately, that went to the Manchester Titans this year, who are an exceptional football team.
Second year in a row they've won it.
That is indeed.
Good programme down there.
However, I'm actually very excited about this year for the university football. The fact that we're going to be seeing all Scottish universities actually playing together in one division for the first time in my memory, which is
We are quite young, Jamie, so
relative.
relatively young compared to football in the UK, yes.
But yeah, so it's going to be exciting to see sort of like who actually does establish themselves. We have last year there was the three levels. We had the Premiership, which represented Scotland with the Stirling Clansmen, who have had a very strong history of very, very good teams and have won it, I believe, at least 3 times in my memory, possibly even more.
I'll take your word for it.
It's definitely factual. They have been a significant good team and have a very good history, but unfortunately were demoted last year into the current Division 1. In Division 1 we had the Edinburgh Mavericks, formerly recently renamed in this pre-season, and the Glasgow Tigers, who again, I actually quite like the Glasgow Tigers. They've actually had a strong history, again, similar to Stirling. I think a lot of that comes to the stability of the coaching staff over there. Always done a very good. Yeah, they've always done a very good job in history. And then in Division 2, we have, and who are still playing this year, Aberdeen. Actually, is it the Bulls?
I believe so.
We do apologise to Aberdeen for not fully knowing the name. They are
They're
one of
blue, and it's a bull with wings, so I'm going to say it's the Bulls.
Yeah, they are sort of one of the younger university teams in the league. Was last year their first year actually?
First or second.
Yeah, something along those lines. And then Heriot-Watt, who did win that division, and
Handily, might I add.
and the Edinburgh Napier Knights. So yeah, that is your Scottish Division 1.
We were due to play today, but didn't.
Yes, it was meant to be the Edinburgh Napier Knights versus Stirling Clansmen this morning, but unfortunately the Edinburgh Council called off the pitches and didn't allow them to play. Which is, I know they're frustrated about that, both teams,
Yep.
but that will get rescheduled at some point and we'll get to play. This has actually been quite a significant pause. It looks like this is all speculation from what we can see up here, which you can also see on camera. They seem to be inspecting the sort of head and neck area, which is obviously a very serious thing to consider in these situations. But he is back up on his feet, and
And he is walking by himself. Little victories.
glad to see nothing too serious, well, potentially too serious there, as he takes his lid off and is carried to the sideline by head coach Ryan Doherty.
Also of Edinburgh Rules fame.
He is actually, yeah. Apparently this is his 4th year coaching at the Edinburgh University, so he's actually starting to establish his history and obviously been quite successful so far, managing to stay within Division 1 with some successful winning games. And actually they did reach the playoffs last year.
They did, aye. Not sure how that game went.
No, I can't recall that either, but so we'll just focus on the game in front of us. So Heriot-Watt has, oh, that is a great avoidance of a sack there. God, an additional player comes in, releases the ball just off the sideline, avoiding any further negative plays. So making that play there was a very young man. You would not see that from his size, who definitely towers over every single individual out there. Lorenzo, who is actually originally from Brazil, which he's now playing in his 3rd year here for the Edinburgh University. And yeah, expect to see him making plays all day. He is an exceptionally young, gifted athlete. And he, again, coming off the edge, he's struggling, but thankfully Dylan does manage to get that ball out there, who does go over the hands of, I'm assuming that'll be defensive back number 91 of Edinburgh University, which was, apparently we do not have him on our list of number 91.
I've just got the Heriot-Watt players out for obvious reasons.
Oh, Harry Wharton. So yeah, we got 2 sheets here with slightly different information. I really hope that was a drop-in linebacker, because wearing 91 in the defensive backfield is usually...
Tell that to Preston Smith.
I don't know who that is.
Green Bay Packers. Lineman playing DB.
There you go. One person in the NFL apparently makes it right. But second punt of the day for Heriot-Watt. That was a more successful punt. I'm not really quite sure if Edinburgh University maybe need to bring their returner a bit further up after those 2 punts so far.
Potentially. However, if enough people just yell poison, people leave it anyway.
Well, you hope. For anyone who doesn't...
Welcome to Britball.
For anyone who's watching the stream today and is not aware of the situation, once a punt has occurred, as long as the returning team do not touch it, once the play is dead, they will automatically gain possession of it. If it does hit off any of the players of the returning team, the punting team can recover it and steal possession back. Hence the reason they shout poison to go away from it, which not everyone does.
Better part of a decade I've been playing this sport and I'm learning something new every day.
Which part?
Poison. Never on specials.
So Edinburgh University coming out with a QB run there.
Decent push from them to get a few yards out of that play.
Yeah, I think we saw 2 running backs in the backfield there who were driving in, trying to get a big push. Not very much space there for Kale, who is an athletic player, but you do have to keep the Heriot-Watt defence honest, and they need to be able to be threatened from plays in all directions. So Edinburgh University lining up in this 3 running backfield to the side. Let's see what trickery they might have for us. And it is another QB run. Oh, he's gone outside and tries to get to the sideline and successfully gets a few yards there actually.
He does indeed, if not very close to a first.
2 solid plays there to move the ball, which is some things you do want to see in an offense. Like, those are sort of the foundations of a solid offense, to be able to get in positions like this where it's 3rd and short and you can actually continue to move the ball. However, I would have liked to seen him sort of running off the back of his blockers. We did have a nice good kick out block, and I think he maybe had a bit of
listen, we know how much running backs love making their own path.
Jordan very much knows that, as he has this history of trying to create paths for running backs and then turning to see them not going where he hopes. Some confusion here from the Edinburgh University offense, as they not too sure what they're meant to be doing with regards to their formation. I'm not sure if the flag came in first or the timeout. We'll let the referees inform.
That'll be the timeout coming in first time.
I think he called.
Is that not what the touching the shoulders means?
It might be. I thought he said delay of game though. It's definitely not illegal touching, I'll tell you that much. I have no idea. There's so many hand signals in here that I actually don't think I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I know. I just kind of let the refs tell me things. We're getting abuse. We're getting abuse from the sideline.
We're live here, sir. Can you watch our language, please?
We have some of the older crowd here who have definitely been around the game for longer than most of these kids are being alive.
Here we go.
Throwing abuse at us today. I'm not trying to say. I'm saying we're surrounded by very experienced individuals. And it does look like that was a timeout and not a penalty, as we still have third and short.
You're welcome.
Alright, we've got a motion to try and create confusion. Oh, that's a great tackle.
Great
Meeting
by number 58, Sandy Lever again. Some boy, your Sandy.
Our Sandy,
we've had several concussions.
Probably not the best thing to be promoting on stream. But yes, no, that was a great moment in tackle there to stop them when they were moving the ball fairly significantly. But big punt coming in for Edinburgh University, and I will say, oh my god, he's actually returned it. Oh, he's still going. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually was quite surprised and impressed. Typically I'm a fan of the whole, especially at this sort of level, the punt and roll. Usually you get no return, and it generally does go for a decent distance, but yeah. Jamie Brown is not afraid to try and make a play if he gets an opportunity to get his hands on the ball there.
Well drilled special teams in 2019, 2023.
What did you say?
2019. It's been a long day.
Jordan also may have had a few concussions in his time. Alright, Heriot-Watt on their third drive of the day, trying to get their first down of the day as well. But we've seen good sparks from them. We've got a motion and toss to the motion man, and who is that making a play in the backfield?
62?
62 it looks. The 6 and 9 do look the same, Jordan, but they're just like one's upside down compared to the other. We'll get you a name for that right now, which was Seb Lee. Yeah, making a great play, forcing the running back to the sideline, not allowing him to gain any additional yardage, and that looks to be a 7-yard loss there, which again puts Heriot-Watt in a very troublesome position on offense, in which they have to get a lot of yards, and 2 plays is obviously to get the first down, and there's not many plays in the playbook, especially at this level, that are going to help them get that. So we see motion again. This time we are handing off to the running back, who is gone a lot of space. That's some absolutely exceptional blocking there from the offensive line, and he is gone. He is away. Has he actually gone away? And that is a touchdown, a 71-yard touchdown.
Tell you what, Jamie, there's not a lot of plays in the playbook that can get you that, but I'll tell you what can get you that distance: fantastic offensive line play.
Fantastic offensive line play.
Gets you to drive a bus through.
And a phenomenal running back who has so far looked like he would.
Sure,
he can take it. He was there too. So that is 6 points for Heriot-Watt on. Yeah, he looked like he can take every time he's touched the ball. That he can take that to the house. And Edinburgh's defense are going to have to be on their game to continue to keep him in check.
Very strong runner.
I mean, you don't really get a 70-yard touchdown if it isn't sort of a significantly incredible play from every single individual on the team, that's on the field at the time. You've got the offensive line going out blocking, you've got the wide receivers blocking downfield, and then you've obviously got an exceptional handoff for the best player in position on the game, the quarterback.
No bias there, is that you?
No, not at all.
No, none.
Alright, timeout there for Heriot-Watt. Maybe it was looking like people struggling to be in the right positions, have the right people on the field, which these things will matter throughout the game. but have avoided any sort of error or loss of points so far from that. I hope you've got that camera seeing this right now.
It can see the sticks.
Nice.
I don't know if it can see the ball.
The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is blocked. However, the ball is still live, and we have a nice little pile up there, and that maintains the score at 6-0. Alright, so Heriot-Watt coming out to their second kickoff of the game. I actually did a pretty good job on the first one, swarming down to the ball, making a tackle and putting the Edinburgh offence in a long distance from the end zone. So far Edinburgh offence has shown some good moments, nothing sort of exceptional yet, nothing major, but they've solid plays at times, then followed to a degree, yeah, but we'd like to see them try and get a few more of those plays together to get a drive going.
We want to see the 70-yard throwing touchdowns and all the rest of it. That's what we're here for, right?
That is sort of the staple for the Callum Buchan offence. So yeah, we've mentioned his name a few times. So Callum Buchan is a 14-year player himself. Shortish kick, but the returner manages to come up and gets a favourable bounce and has hit the gap very nicely there before a tackle from, it's like number 77. Can the man with the glasses confirm?
I'll take your word for it, I was moving the camera.
Which we have down here as Sean Clemmer.
Centre.
Oh, you love seeing linemen coming out and making hits.
I do.
Oh, interesting. Actually, I'm surprised this isn't in the fun fact side, but has done cheerleading, gymnastics, and powerlifting. So
it isn't the fun fact side. We can't repeat.
Yes, we will keep that one to ourselves, shall we? But yeah, it's 6'1", 220 pounds. Having that sort of history is actually a very important job for the centre. It allows him to have the power, but also the athleticism to make plays in big blocks. Probably a big staple for why that run went so well. All right, Kale's preparing for the snap. Motion, low snap, roll out, pass. Excellent play for the out, and nice catch and run there by number 12. That was Sammy Derige.
Looks like he didn't land too hot there.
No, did an exceptional job of making the catch, getting up the sideline, and getting as many yards as he possibly could before being tackled on the sideline, and just going to take a little break there.
And for the first time today, you might see the right side of the field.
Not been that far off. But yeah, hopefully that sort of, it's a nice pass to get you started, especially at quarterback, to get a bit of rhythm, a bit of confidence going, a bit of variation in the play calling as well. And we're potentially going to see some more passing as we see an empty set here with all skill players out. No snap again to Kale, who throws it to the field side for a screen. Some great blocking from the wide receivers and a great move from number 28. Pat, actually, Machek, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, number 28. But two great plays there for the Edinburgh offence. However, I'm assuming there's a flag on the field. Oh no, the end of the quarter.
We are not going to see the right side of the field, team. Sorry about that.
Can you hit that button for me? The one that says plus, because it's not accepting me. Hey, okay, please. Sorry, we're just updating the quarters, and I'm wearing gloves because I came prepared to such a game.
It's just a bit cold when we live in Scotland.
However, I do have a hat and gloves for you if you do so require.
I appreciate the offer.
I came prepared for myself and my colleague here.
Some boy. Don't know what I'd do without you.
But yeah, no, Edinburgh offence moving very well there, and I hope to see them continue that and put some pressure on potentially scoring and countering Heriot-Watt's previous drive.
Or, different idea, Heriot will get a pick six.
Nice balanced commentary team we have for you today.
Who doesn't love a defensive score? Come on, man.
We've got the motion fake pitch. Kale's rolling out, trying to find space. Oh, please get that away. He does dump it off to his actual the motion back. Some good blocking downfield, and that is another first down.
Got a laundry on the field.
It's always good when you can have a quarterback who can move around, use his athleticism to create more time, find the dump off. But unfortunately, there is a flag on the field, and I think I know what this is going to be, but we'll let the refs tell us that. But yeah, we actually have a very experienced ref crew for you today. As I said, led by Ali May, who's also joined by umpire Ryan Masterson, head linesman Andrew Curry, line judge Gordon Galloway, and back judge Sean Sumbati. So what we had there was 2 flags on the play. We had a block in the back against the Edinburgh offence, but we also had a rough and passer against the Heriot-Watt defence. Those penalties are offsetting, and we will get a repeat of first down for Edinburgh.
Cheers, Jamie.
All right. Let's see what the Edinburgh offence, if they can try and continue this excellent drive so far, which they do with a motion into what looked like a stick hitch route there from the receiver. Nice, simple, good completion that does move the ball again. So solid 4 yards, keeps them in a sort of manageable down and distance. And we'll see what they. Now that we're getting even closer, we're starting to get into sort of that red zone area within 20 yards of scoring, where things start to sort of cramp down, the space gets reduced, and things get a bit more difficult for the offense. In theory, yes. We'll see if offensive coordinator Callum Buchan has anything lined up. Oh, that is a low, poor snap. Kale attempts to pick it up and throws it out of bounds before being laid out there. Just as he's releasing it, we'll see there is a flag on the play, and we'll see what the referee has to say. We suspect. Oh, actually, I've just realised that we did actually get a sheet of paper here from Heriot-Watt. This is one of the questions that I was wondering, is the defensive coordinator for Heriot-Watt today is Stuart Winton. I don't actually know very much about them, and we weren't given any additional information, but yeah, it seems to be doing a pretty good job so far, keeping them scoreless so far. And let's see, hopefully maybe what he might have dialed up to prevent them at this stage and potentially put them into a situation where they might kick a field goal. That was a... So, we believe that was... Did he say it was a late hit to the QB? However, we did see that number 58 just got ejected from the game.
Well, that'll be roughing the passer or late hit. Is it just one? No, is it just a straight red?
Yeah, but even then, as far as my knowledge, those don't matter.
There should be two.
I wonder if there was any sort of... I wonder if he said anything to the referee. Well, that's the only thing I can think of.
There you go.
Or did they call targeting?
Didn't hear them, didn't see it.
Yeah, they've said, so they've called that for targeting, which is... should be on my sheet. But yeah, targeting is a rule that has been introduced at most levels of American football across the world, which is essentially protecting players from head-to-head contact. So I'm not going to make any assumptions live on stream, so we'll say what it is.
Jamie. It's a straight red, that's all they know.
He's been ejected from the game, one of their best defensive players so far. Will Edinburgh be able to capitalise on that?
Huge loss for Heriot-Watt.
I think there's a slight delay in the such that anytime an individual is ejected from the game, they are required to leave the field of play. We'll try and keep an eye out to see who might be playing that middle linebacker position in his stead. Unfortunately, from this angle, I can't actually see anybody. Yeah, that's it now.
2 games he's out for then?
So we missed the remainder of this game. They'll have an opportunity to sort of fight back and see if they can maybe, like they're saying, it's not legitimate, potentially on the footage. But I doubt that will end up being changed. The referee, to be fair, was very close and had a very good view of that. So yeah, we're likely that he ends up missing the next game, which unfortunately we don't actually have the schedule in front of us, so I wouldn't be able to tell you who either team's playing next or when.
Lucky then.
Maybe you'll be able to bring up on your phone later at some point. But yeah, Edinburgh offense, snap to Kale. He's got a lot of pressure coming in. Oh, that is a sack there for number 30.
Harry Delgado.
That is a big play. Kale talking to his wide receiver, discussing about potentially what they saw, maybe what might have gone to him holding that ball a bit too long. Is that the first official sack of the day, actually?
It is, yeah.
That is a big time play, a big time moment.
Not surprised that you don't recognise those. Not that you had many when we were playing.
Jordan. This is a man that has only ever had one official holding, 0 sacks against him. That was his fault. No, you can always blame the QB.
I don't know about the sacks. I probably let a few through.
But that looks to be a 15-yard loss, which is a very large play following the ejection and continued drive for Edinburgh. We had another motion there, but before we were allowed to snap the ball, we have a flag from the back judge, I believe.
Yep, boy on the left.
The boy on the left. Thank you very much for confirming.
That's what I'm here for.
They're not paying us enough to know the correct names.
Not paying us.
Thanks. I think that was pretty obvious. Wait, did they say what the flag was? Or was I looking at you at the time?
You were staring at me, as you always do.
Yeah, he's absolutely handsome. I also just like to see his reactions to my crap jokes.
Not crap. Great.
Alright, motion again from
Another low
Edinburgh.
snap.
Deep ball throw attempt. Oh! That was a great adjustment there from Sammy, but unfortunately he was not able to secure it. However, that to be fair, that's not. It might be a failed play, but at least that threatens the Heriot-Watt defense. It shows them that they do have the capability to throw it deep in these situations, and we're very close to making a play. We'll see if they. Yeah, this is a tough situation to be in. You're in third and very, very long right now. And
it's 2 verys, by the way. That's how long it is.
That's because there's 2 sticks between them and a first down. So they're coming out with something funky, going into a empty quad stack, where they've tried to fake the screen before lots of pressure from Heriot-Watt, and coming in there for the
flag
sack
on the ground
was Theo Harrison Drummond coming in for the sack there. Trying a little bit of trickery there from the.
That's a ball being thrown at a ref. That's an ejection if ever I've seen one.
That was a attempt of trying to, obviously, in those situations you either want to try and pass it short and get it out to a skill player, and they can hopefully make some room and make some moves in space to get them in a good position to maybe go for the field goal, or in that scenario faking that and throwing it deep. Heriot-Watt's defense held strong, held very strong.
That flag either.
No, it was holding on the offense, which was then declined.
Doesn't matter because the QB got levelled.
Yeah, and they're coming out to punt, which is a very successful outcome for the Heriot-Watt defense. Not quite sure. I'm assuming they weren't ready.
A good grab by 89 again.
He's doing a good job so far on these
Jamie
punt
Brown.
returns. However, one criticism:
Red sleeves.
who allowed him to have red sleeves? I'm honestly surprised that special teams coordinator Lindsay for even allowing them to have that on the field.
Listen, they are very young. They will learn.
Here we go. That is a very low snap. Very good catch there from the punter.
Flat
And I can
punt.
actually, yeah. That's a,
Played out quite well for them.
yeah, flat. And
You can't see
punt-
it for the subs bench anyway. You'll just have to take my word for it.
it went in that direction and it went out of bounds at approximately the 15. I wonder how long's left in this quarter. There mustn't be very long left. Oh, I suppose actually I feel like it's been ages, but there's actually not been that many drives because it was actually just the one drive.
Stoppage.
Yeah, lots of stoppages, lots of talk and lots of penalties, so there's actually probably plenty of time here for both teams to still try and score some points before the end of the half. But yeah, Heriot-Watt in a challenging position with a significant amount of yardage. So far, actually, you can't even see the right end zone.
I think what the players need to do is wait for the ball to move, and then they move after that, and they'll be fine, and this will stop happening.
Now that the refs have actually informed us what has just happened, yes, that was a false start. The wide receiver tried to guess when the ball was snapped, tried to keep his balance, and failed miserably as he went into a 3-point stance.
What is it we want the wide receivers to do? Just turn their head and look at the ball?
Look at the ball.
There you go, look at the ball.
But yes, it is a. Oh, right. Yeah, now that just makes it even more challenging. But as we've seen, that's 70 yards, 90 yards, doesn't matter. Oh no, that is an interception to number 91, who's making an attempt to return it, gone into the big pile, and oh, that is
Big yikes.
big yikes.
First interception of his career, allegedly.
At least under offensive coordinator Don Edmiston. But yes, that was Heriot-Watt.
Great positioning by the DB
Who
there.
says you can't wear 91 and play DB?
You did, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, that is, yeah, fair. That's a sort of accumulation of things there. Great punt, the error on the false start, error on the pass, and it's now put Edinburgh back in a very good position to score again.
The little things do add up. No plays off.
No, but will they be able to actually turn this into points? Especially after the last time we were here in the red zone, it did not go very successful for them.
Another
Low
snap on the ground.
low snap, and
Another flag on the play. Welcome to Britball team.
welcome to university football, where they don't actually have a lot of time to get these young men prepared for the game. We've got a significant number of rookies and players that are playing the sport for the first time. I think, was it like 8 to 10 weeks preparations?
For uni seasons, usually, yeah.
And I think we actually get a little bit more time up here in Scotland.
I
think it's a couple of weeks, yeah. But it's not a lot of time to get people up to speed with a lot to learn, a lot of details to sort of sharpen out. So you do end up seeing mistakes in games like this, where it's the opening game for Heriot-Watt and second game for Edinburgh.
Appreciate the incredibly reasonable take, Jamie.
Legitimately fair take.
Another snap on the ground.
Another low snap. Great decision from Kale to get out of bounds. Out wide. And then putting the shoulder down and going to try and get as many yards as he can, which you do like to see, but you also don't like to see at the same time. You want to see your players trying to make as many yards as they can, but the quarterbacks, I believe Kale actually got injured last year playing quarterback and wide receiver, and then missed significant time. And especially at this level, when experience of quarterback is such a significant part of the success of an offense, I'd like to see him protect himself a little bit better.
He will.
Hopefully not the hard way.
Well, right.
But yes, Heriot-Watt bringing a lot of pressure. That's a love snap.
Tackling
Big
the backfield
sack.
by Harry Delgado.
Is that his second tack of the day?
That is indeed a second tack on the backfield.
We'll see
The
about
first
what
one
this
was a
flag. I know that was a sack.
Number 30 isn't the QB. It was tossed it, I'm sure.
No, it was a low snap and he was running around with it.
I'll take your word for it. I'm
I'll
not
take
going to argue.
Yeah, I think maybe I need to get a pair of glasses.
What are we doing for this?
That is offside on the defence, so that is
Goodness me.
another free sort of play there for Edinburgh University. Free 5 yards, or half the distance when you get into this scenario.
Do you know how it is we avoid offsides, Jamie? We look at the ball.
Use our eyes. How is this camera looking? Can we see what's going on?
Yeah.
Thank you
We
very
get
much.
what we get. The box is in the way for everyone else.
But yeah, you'll see right now is Heriot-Watt are going to start bringing a lot of pressure now that we're getting even closer. Someone coming off the edge. Oh, attempts to throw it. Do you know what? That was a great job there from number 30. Harry, who brought pressure against the quarterback, forced him to try and get that ball out far quicker than he really ideally wanted to, and then held up there so that he didn't actually acquire any flags.
I'll tell you something that's really nice to see as well, Jamie. A key member of the Heriot-Watt defence getting ejected, and you can't tell because somebody else has stepped up and taken that role on for themselves.
And is now doing a celebrity dance.
We didn't see that.
To be fair, he did do Heriot-Watt Strictly Come Dancing, so fair play. Just
I
bringing
love
these talents to the field. All right, we've got two running backs in the backfield with the quarterback. However, there is another timeout. Kale did not like what he saw. His called timeout, and do you know what? You want to keep a hold of your timeouts, but you also want to be smart with your play calling, especially the third down with an attempt to score. So,
And they refresh at the half. Right?
yeah, they refresh at the half. Did you actually just ask that question?
I've never done a timeout in my life, Jamie. I just wait until you do it.
You never play Madden?
No.
That explains so much.
See person, hit person.
He uses his eyes and lines up with the ball every single time.
Listen,
when he's
I
told
didn't need
to.
glasses because I didn't need to look further than 5 yards from the field.
And usually the people you're trying to look for are quite large.
They'll find me before I find them.
It's nice to take a moment like this, grab a nice coffee if you actually have one near you, or out here, sip of water. I'm hoping Alistair shows up at halftime and we can get him to get us a coffee. I wonder how we get treated as the commentary team. Never been in this position.
I imagine this is a lot.
Yeah.
We got a gazebo, we can hardly ask for more.
And it didn't even rain.
No, but the sun's out,
I'm actually impressed to have
and I
one.
will burn.
No, you're definitely going to burn.
Uh-huh.
No one's got sun cream, bud, I'm sorry. Actually, I might have some in my bag.
Cam's got in the car, I'll get it after.
Alright, we've got two running backs in the backfield. We've got a motion receiver. Kale fakes the ball,
That's it.
goes and run, and that is a touchdown. Honestly, great play calling there from Callum Buchan. We have misdirections in both ways, left, right, and then pounds it straight up the middle as the defenders have to go flat-footed until they figure out where the ball's going. This right here, folks, is what we have ourselves as a football game. Now, have they had time to work on their special teams enough to get the extra point here? Good snap, good hold, and another block. However, the ball's still live. Sensible decision there from the Heriot-Watt player to jump on the ball. What do you love to see? Exciting football?
Heriot-Watt doing well.
Just really not holding back, is he?
I'll not be asked back. I know my lot.
No, unfortunately, I don't have the time for the game. Nah.
We've a microphone that we can turn on and you can just ask the boys in the field if you want. Not sure it'll go down well, but you can do it.
We still do believe there's some decent amount of time left in this quarter, though. There's only been, what, 2 true drives?
Well, there's not been a 2-minute warning, so we know there's more than 2 minutes.
That's folks, is how you get yourself a degree. Simple things like that.
Camera, sorry.
We are actually being surrounded by some great fans today who are also helping, supporting us, pointing out the camera movement as well. Thank you very much.
We're doing, yeah.
One job, Jordan. One job.
Several jobs, actually. Just not doing that one well.
All right, we're seeing the Edinburgh kickoff team for the first time.
Lovely
That's
kick,
actually a really
yeah.
good kick. which goes straight back out to the back of the end zone, which means Heriot-Watt will receive the ball on their own 20-yard line. Do you want to know an interesting fact about this field?
What's that, Jamie?
So currently it does show as 100 yards, which is actually fairly rare for British American football, just usually because we're using the same field as rugby. However, those yard markers are not true yards, they're like slightly shorter.
How much shorter?
I actually don't know, but enough.
0.9?
Yeah, it's 0.95,
Okay.
but it does add up.
I'll tell you what field it is bigger than. The Manchester Titans field. They play on an 80-yard field, if I'm not mistaken.
They do indeed. Thanks for that interesting stat. That is linebacker and tight end Abdul on the motion, but they hand it off to their absolute stud running back. Like,
That's something.
Edinburgh defense were like, they're just going to have to get lower in those tackles. There's a number of them that did actually manage to get to the ball carrier, so good job there of swarming to the ball, but they're going to have to do a better job of tackling him if they're to try and contain him and stop him from getting more yards and touchdowns.
Absolutely. I'd like to say there's good gap creation there made up front, but
Not that time.
no.
But yeah, the offense is being led by head coach and offensive coordinator Don Edmondson. See what he's called up this time. Nice play
That's a
action
great-
into the screen.
Great little fake there. Decent throw and good recovery catch. Go football.
That is a very good play call there that gets them the first down, especially now that the defense are going to be so focused on Ben Atta, especially we've been being so deadly so far, that when you can come out and do plays like that, you're getting in a lot of good space. Bonus point there was that the outside receiver was actually doing a phenomenal job blocking there.
A receiver blocking.
Now, it is rare,
It's the end of days, Jamie.
but you do love to see it. So they're in this nice spread, even front, two receivers on either side, wide receiver, running back behind him, and we've got a drop back pass. Oh, good pass there, but through the hands of James Ward. It was like a very well-timed throw there from Dylan, which is one of the things that you see challenging for quarterbacks and when they're coming in to play football for the first time or start young, is a lot of the time they sometimes hold the ball too long, or their footwork's not particularly great in that they can get the ball out in time. But good footwork, gets the ball out in time into the right position. We have ourselves 2nd and 10. Unfortunately, poor snap, attempts to try and throw it, gets it off
Just,
to number
you
10,
love
who
to see
does
it. Go Sports.
runs over the defensive back, gets the stretches out, and hopefully gets the first yard.
Great catch there by
First
number 10,
down.
Scott Gow.
But yeah, as I was saying before, the offense is being called by Don Edmondson, who's also the Heriot-Watt head coach, who has been around the game of football for many
Longer
years.
than we've been alive.
Actually, probably true. He has a very strong history of football knowledge, being the head coach of teams, calling offenses, and is done a great job of creating stability, and will have a great eye for the fundamentals. So we now have a snap and handoff. That ball is very low and was in a very awkward position, but he's absolutely killing it. Ooh. A lot of moves occurring.
I would
A lot of
love
people
to see
flying to
him
the
get
ball.
a little bit more support when he's on those runs.
I'd also like to see the handoff being a bit cleaner. A bit of a snap being a bit low. Maybe need to work on the fundamentals of handoffs a bit more, as just looking a bit loose. I was really worried that ball was going to come out, and it's something that if a Edinburgh defender does come unblocked, they do have the potential to knock it out. But yeah, we now have 2nd and 9 on what has been a very good drive so far for Heriot-Watt, who motion again from their outside receiver for a rollout pass to the motion man Abdul, who does unfortunately drop it. Yeah, that one's going to hurt, especially now that would have put them in a good 3rd and short position. Now we're in 3rd and medium, which means that Edinburgh's defence will likely start preparing for the pass again and potentially bring pressure. However, as obviously Heriot-Watt have shown, they can't really not consider the run. Has there been anything you've seen so far from?
There's a flag there apparently.
2 flags. Did they get? Oh, the men on the sticks are moving slightly early, but yeah, I don't know. I missed the flag there, but it got.
Something happened and the
I
ball
think
moved.
it got declined. And yeah, but the ball did move. You're right. No idea. I didn't even move 5 yards. We definitely missed something there. But
Just
oh
go.
my,
Just
Dylan there with the
run,
fake pass.
There you go.
The QB draw. Actually, probably one of the first times we're truly getting to see his athleticism on display there.
Dancing through the Edinburgh defence there.
Getting the first down again. I would like to see him slide.
You would like to see it, Jamie, but I promise you it won't happen.
Get the first down, protect yourselves. Especially, I know
The
Dylan
rugby
is
player in him won't let it happen.
no, but Dylan is an experienced and very key part of their offense. So, got to try and keep him healthy for a full season. Alright, we have our new fresh 1st and 10 with this drive starting off at the 20 end now. You might actually see this right end zone. Oh!
That is a great pass breakup. Very well done by our DB come lineman number 21. 91.
Harry Warren has got himself an interception, had passed breakup, possibly, I think he might have had another one earlier as well, and is doing a significant job because that could have potentially gone to the house if he managed to catch that in stride.
Did he not get the sack as well? Am I making that up? I'm
feel
sure
like
the
he
viewers
didn't.
at home can tell us.
But yeah, that puts us into 2nd and long. But yeah, you'll see there, right on the right there, Harry sort of 12, 15 yards looking after the middle of the field, but will he be able to, oh my, he's away, he's away! Oh, Harry with the touchdown
That's how
saving
you run a
tackle.
football.
But yeah, Ben doing a great job of, offense doing a great job of him just being very untouched right up until the 5 yard line.
Ben Atta.
Some changes coming in from the Edinburgh defence, which
Just before this ball gets snapped.
Just
that was
before this
all
ball gets-
offensive line.
alright, big push coming in. We're in this point of the field. Oh, we got a timeout. But yeah, we're in that position in the field where the Edinburgh defence can add additional players to the box to try and stuff this run.
And, Jamie, we can see the right side of the pitch. Just to
can
confirm
indeed.
the claim of best view in Britwell.
To be fair, the best view's to the left, unfortunately.
Listen, the whole thing's gorgeous.
Not biased at all. But yeah, as far from the knowledge that we have been given, I believe the offensive line for Heriot-Watt is being coached up by Darryl Thompson, who is a former Edinburgh Wolves lineman, and Tom McDonald, who is a Heriot-Watt alumni who played 4 years of offensive line for the team.
Top of
So-
a handful of years down south. At junior.
did he actually?
QB, well, it's QB down now, so no offensive line, but he has played down there at junior level.
I did not know that. But yeah, they've got 2 experienced men leading those guys who understand and know the fundamentals, and then add on top of that Don Edmondson being an offensive lineman himself. So yeah, we expect them to be a well-drilled, good fundamental group. We have the snap. We have a drop back screen to Ben Atta, and
Flag on the play.
around the area where the QB was tackled after the
In
ball was
my
thrown.
unbiased opinion, that was targeted.
We might have to eject you. So yes, they've the referee there has called roughing the passer, indicating that he believes the defender had an opportunity to stop tackling the QB after the ball was released.
Which I, for one, wholeheartedly agree with.
Unfortunately, some of our louder fans on the sideline today are not happy with that. But
You are also not biased in any way.
but that's the referee's call, and again, they are closer than we are and can see it far better. Alright, here we go. This is after a long, very good drive. Handing it off to their stud running back, Ben, who has been met in the backfield from, I believe that was 56 there, who managed to meet him very quickly in the
Take your
backfield.
pick, Jamie. There was 3 of them.
But that looks to have been Alexander Duncan, who I believe was the first contact, followed very closely by his teammates.
Tell you what, see if there's 3 players hitting the running back. What are the rest of the line doing, Jamie?
Yeah, especially after I bigged them up.
Oh, I know.
Can't win them all, eh? Can't win them all. They still have 2 more very clear opportunities to try and score, and potentially a third if they decide to go for it. Which I think they would.
I
in
don't
that
think we'll see another field goal attempt.
No, I don't think we should. We have the drop back. Dylan using his legs to make a play, and
PI?
we'll see.
There is a flag on the plate.
For obviously the fact that you can't see us, Jordan, unfortunately, in his
Don't be a
unbiased
grass.
state,
What are you being a grass for?
finger across his fingers for that one. Yes, unfortunately, the pool of available people to do such a commentary
I'll
stint
weigh you.
was very low.
You asked for me.
I did actually ask for him. We were just waiting to find out what the refs have called,
I think it's just been scrapped.
unless we missed it.
Ball's not moved. Down marker's not moved.
Yeah, but it's still it's back to second down.
The flag's still on the ground. Maybe they're still having a chat.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
I disagree.
Honestly, I think that might be the first time I've ever seen that in my life. Pass interference called on both offense and defense, offsetting penalties, so we do go back to second down.
Everyone knows that offensive pass interference is a myth.
Of course, the lineman would think that. Or what? Every offensive lineman is just as someone who wanted to play tight end and just got moved closer and closer to the ball. Alright, let's see what Dylan's got for us here. We do have a pass, which is a screen to Ben.
Oh, goodness me.
That is going to be interesting, folks, because that ball looks like it might have gone backwards, which would be deemed as a fumble in that scenario, and the ball will get spotted where it went out of bounds, which is actually a very, very unfortunate time for that. That puts him into a very difficult situation to try and score here.
Definitely not getting that field goal, Jamie.
We're definitely not going to get the field goal, no. Oh, I hope not. Actually, I'll be very impressed. I will stand up and cheer if we get a field goal today. Not to this either team, it just is very difficult.
You've already set your standard. We know where you are.
Alright, here we go. I'm expecting to see a drop back pass from Dylan here. We've got man on man with each. Oh, that is some great pressure there from 54, which was Hiroki Uchida, who came very fast off the edge there. And you okay there? Jordan being very weird. Jordan, did you hear that though?
Yes, 2-minute warning.
Can you indicate to the fans watching with us today what that might mean?
Oh, it means there's 2 minutes left in a quarter and
But
a half.
he has learned something in his time playing
I
American
know how
football.
time works.
Unfortunately, not all university players that I've ever been around do know that. But here we go. As expected, we are seeing the Heriot-Watt offense coming out to attempt to make to go for the score. Apologies if you're getting any background noise. We obviously at the side of a very popular field. Big drop back.
Just do it.
Throws it up there to give someone a chance, and it goes incomplete.
That was more hopeful than anything else.
Which is okay. When it comes to fourth down, you've got to just put the ball up there and give your guy a chance. So I would have liked to have seen it be a bit closer.
I would have liked it to have been a score, to be honest.
And that was Oscar Piggott defending the pass there. And we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably actually walled off the receiver there.
It was a good effort by the Edinburgh defence.
Yeah, exceptional effort. They're in for a very challenging time now for their offense, who now have to then move the ball the full length of the field in very short period of time.
Which, might I add, very good clock management by Heriot-Watt on that drive. Intentional or not, we don't know, but let's say that it was.
So we're starting off with a screen to one of our receivers, who does get very quickly tackled by Ben Atta, who apparently can not only play offense, can play defense.
Attaboy.
But yeah, so what we're trying to look for here from the Edinburgh offense is that they attempt to, if they do catch the ball, to get out of bounds. That's what we're looking for them to stop the clock. Moments like that will keep the clock running. Mistakes like this are going to cost them time, which is very limited right now. We're looking like one high defender, which is our man 89 with the red sleeves. Oh, Kale's dropped back, his man covers, has a lot of space, he's running to the sideline, go out of bounds, gets the ball moving, stops the clock. Very good decision there for the QB.
Good awareness.
Yeah, it was one of those situations you need to be careful with if you're the Heriot-Watt defense. If you're going to go man coverage, which sees one defender follow one receiver, is that it does turn their backs and leaves a lot of space for the QB, who in this case is obviously athletic to take advantage of that. All right, let's see if they can. Do you know what? If you can get to the 34 yard line, you're at least giving yourself a chance to be able to just heave it up for a Hail Mary. Which can just be a few successful plays. Oh, we've got the handoff to the motion man with an end around, who then manages to actually splits the defenders to get a potential first down, but we do have a flag on the field close to where the quarterback blocked the defender. That's what we in the business like to call a trick play. However,
a blindside block.
Yeah, unfortunately,
sounds ejection worthy to me.
We actually might have to eject you at halftime. I'll bring in my number one pick for joining me on this table,
which is
Alistair Ritchie.
Why not? That's Phil. That'd be mine too.
But yes, what happened there, folks, was again a rule that has been introduced over the last few years which in a scenario where you can't block back towards a defender who's trying to chase someone, essentially not being able to see it come in and protect themselves. One of those sort of blocks you used to see a lot in those highlight reels on YouTube. We've got free rusher, pass from Kale. Oh! And an unfortunate drop there from AJ rushing.
Good at rushing, not so good at catching.
Unfortunately, someone in the crowd seems to be clapping at that. I hope it wasn't actually to him for that terrible joke.
I hope not as well. That's rough.
But yes, that does put. Jesus, is that second and? Let's do some quick maths. 25, approximately. Yeah, with the distance to go, the time left on the clock, it is going to be a very big challenge. There's going to be a big play required here for Edinburgh University offense. But there you go, starting off with that. Oh my God, that was one tackle away. Good job there.
Jamie Brown again.
Coming in, as you can see, the chaos and the panic as they're realising that time is starting to tick and they need to get a play in.
Can't be much time left now.
There must not
be. That's how we say those words.
However, so two things to chat with you there if you don't know what's going on is every time that an offense gets a first down, the clock does stop until the ball is set and the referee whistles it in. Secondly, there what Edinburgh did was what's called clocking the ball, where the QB catches it and throws it into the ground, essentially stopping the clock and allowing them a chance to come in with a new play call from their offensive coordinator. So yeah, good job from them. Great job for the throw and catch there to Pat Machek.
That's what we're saying it is, that's what we're sticking to.
That is what we're saying. Do apologise, Pat, if we have been saying your name wrong, but can't doubt that he did an exceptional job in that play. So we have the fake toss, we've got pressure coming off the edge, an errant throw. That has been one of the sort of challenging things for Edinburgh in their passing game, is the pressure that is coming their way.
We have a man down. Edinburgh minus number 12.
Unfortunately, I didn't see what had occurred there, but the medical staff are out there seeing to him. Yeah,
Looks like he's landed poorly.
yeah, we're probably expecting very similar plays from Callum. Many people going deep and just at this point just trying to air it out and just let someone make a play. Also known as the Hail Mary. However, I expect this next play to come with a rollout. They've been quite successful when they actually do move Cale in the pocket, which getting him on the run, throwing there to the sideline where it's simpler passes sometimes, and also protect him from this sort of pass rush that's coming off the
not
boundary
a lot of
side.
penetration up front from the D-line. You'd have to assume that's gap responsibility as opposed to anything else, but a lot of reliance on those outside players.
That could never be just great blocking from the Edinburgh offensive line now, could it?
I mean, it could be. I'd have to pay attention next time, though.
Seems to be doing okay. Ref seems to be coming over to support and help him up. And he's now asking for members of the Edinburgh sideline to come and help their player off the field. Maybe I should use this microphone in front of me for the first time today, and we'll ask our refereeing crew for the time check, because those are the guys in the know.
I'm sure how long's left groups will go down really well.
Alright, looks like both Edinburgh's offense and Heriot-Watt's defense are ready for the next play. As they align, you'll see you have Heriot-Watt's 89, who is going to be their last defender deep middle, and the remaining defenders lining up with the offensive skill players in man-to-man coverage. Also looks like they're bringing their linebackers down to try and bring pressure, which has been very successful for them so far. And there we go, straight up the middle, penetration from the defensive line. Cale does make some moves, gets down the sideline for a very successful play.
Tackled in bounds or not? Out of bounds maybe? Has the clock stopped?
The clock will have stopped if it's a first down anyway, but
oh, so it does. Rules in that.
It does look, I'm assuming from the energy from the Edinburgh offense, that he did get did get tackled out of bounds. It looks like the previously injured player, number 12, is looking a lot better on the sideline. We'll see if he does return to the game. There mustn't be many opportunities plays left, and that was actually a very... Oh my God, he's caught it! And he's off, and it's a touchdown! And the Edinburgh University sideline has gone crazy. Phenomenal job there from quarterback Cale, who stood there as pressure was coming flying into his face, putting that ball up there, and a great grab and touchdown there. Was that number 15? I believe that was Toby Mooney. Great job catch, avoiding the defenders in the area and going into the end zone for the score. Please, Jordan, if you may, could you add 6 points to the Edinburgh scoreline? And as expected, the Edinburgh offense is still on the field, and what they're going to do is try and get into the end zone again for 2 points this time.
think we saw each team kick once and decided that was enough.
Smart decision. So they're using their quarterback, Kale, with some extra pressure, extra blockers, gets to the side and scores.
Slow reaction times there from the Heriot-Watt defence.
We suspect, and that is the end of the half. That would have been the last play of the half. What a phenomenal job there from Edinburgh's offense to get that final score, to take the lead into the half, the momentum. Now it's time for the coaches to have their chat, see if they can organise, talk about what they're seeing, what adjustments they want to see, and what we might have different in the second half.
And we'll shut up.
Yeah, we're going to shut up for this halftime. However, we're going to go into a break screen and we'll return shortly. However, we are going to pay attention. We believe we might be getting a performance from the Heriot University cheerleading squad. So yeah, keep an eye on the screen as you go get yourself a drink. I'm not mute. I'm muted right now.
Am I?
I'm back in this janky ass chair.
No longer. It's all the holes in the ground, mate. That's all it is.
No, I mean it's broken.
Oh. Welcome back.
That was so enthusiastic. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of Edinburgh University versus Heriot-Watt.
Third period.
Oh yeah.
You probably need to do a bunch of stuff as well, so. Oh,
But
I
that's
should
it.
do that so you can pay attention, eh?
Oh! After the side, I just definitely saw some big block, but very good swarm there from Edinburgh University on their kickoff.
You can be heard. Yeah, it's because I'm going bald.
Boom, alright.
You can do it.
Anyways,
You don't take pictures now?
yeah, I am. I just have to get a drink. I didn't realise it was actually happening.
Alright, I'm trying to update this to the third period, but
Do you just need to touch that?
yeah, I'm just going to do it from the...
I thought you had to do the dots to reconnect.
Alright, there we go. We're into the third quarter, the second half. The score is 14-6 to Edinburgh. After, to be fair, a very last second score. Heriot-Watt are starting off with the ball for this half. Unfortunately, there is a
At
flag
least 27 flags on the play.
and some arguing between the Edinburgh University players.
Number 59 there is very unhappy with what's going on.
That is Chris
Hope
Baker.
it continues and they lose.
You can't say that on screen.
Somebody's going to lose.
Yeah, somebody will. We'll let the game decide. Unbiased
How am I
commentary
going to
team.
influence the game, Jamie? Thank you.
We've got some excellent assistants coming in and providing young Jordan here with snacks and a drink. I'm okay, thank you very much though. Alright, Heriot-Watt's now gotten a 1st and 5. This is actually a great opportunity to go for a big play. He actually tries to go for the screen, pumps out of it, I'm assuming didn't see something, saw something he didn't like.
As a very experienced quarterback, Jamie, can you tell me why when you have a very, very strong running back, you don't utilise them?
Maybe you're trying to force the defense to think that you don't utilize them, and then when you do, it's even more powerful and explosive.
And that's why I played on the offensive line.
And also, it's things like 1st and 5 or the sort of down and distances where you can have moments like that where you might have like a mishap and it doesn't go anywhere, but you've technically gained 5 yards from nothing already. So you take shots in those opportunities, like 1st and 5, 2nd and short. So you want to take a shot if you can take it. And passing the game obviously are very large explosive plays. But hopefully we will see the Heriot-Watt run the ball here. But no, they go for another screen. Oh my goodness! Almost gets intercepted. Holy hell! That would have been an absolutely incredibly athletic play there from. We have to search the many sheets to find out the names of players here. Seb Lee. Did you see what the flag was for?
No.
Thanks for looking out, covering my
Hey.
back.
That's what I'm here for. To be here.
So there's somebody else. Alright, we do have 2nd and 10. We may go down to a more... I suppose screens are technically a extension of the run, so you are getting run plays. But they do hand it off to what has been their best offensive player so far. That's actually a really good tackle. Good job there from number 25, Angus Potter. I wonder what his nickname might be.
I don't know, Jamie, what would it be?
I don't know, I'm going to leave that up to the creativity
okay.
of the people. I think we just got the thumbs up to say things are actually working and going well. Good. Well, thanks. But yeah, very good run there. Puts them into a very manageable down in distance, 3rd and short. So we have the motion, the handoff up the middle, great cut, gets to the sideline, bounces one player, bounces another, sprinting down the sideline.
Just took one step out of bounds there.
If only the field was half a yard wider.
We have seen one step out of bounds be given before in a game against Edinburgh, but not this time.
Meow.
Callum, I will never forget.
But yeah, so far, their best player, Ben Atta, continuing to gain them yards, move the sticks. Before we have got in,
Sideline judge Gordon Galloway there, saying something he's not happy with.
a refereeing timeout. Something about the ball he might not like. Oh no, he looks to be checking out the equipment of the centre. He's must have been didn't believe that he couldn't see something. It's got confirmation that the individual has all the appropriate wear, and we're back to it. Oh, play action, attempted pass, fumbles it out of his hands, gets to the sideline, and do you know what? Good job.
A couple of opinions from the crowd there that we disagree with.
Jordan getting antsy with some of the people nearby.
That's just wrong, Jamie.
I missed it, unfortunately. I
It
was
was
too
a
busy
hold.
actually.
It probably was a
Oh,
hold.
was there
It
calls
just wasn't
for
called.
holding? Fair. Yeah, very challenging play there, but I think Dylan did a great job of actually
did. I wonder if he's dropped that because his hands are cold. Because QBs don't wear gloves, do they?
making chicken salad out of chicken.
Cheers, Dan.
But yeah, as the Heriot-Watt offense continues, I believe we were informed at halftime that actually the offensive coordinator for today is Ramona Cole. So opening up there with a play action, roll out, deep pass.
Nope.
Oh, they call that? Juicy peeps!
There we go.
Big Abdul there with the contested catch, secures it on the 6-yard line. What a great grab there. Good job from the quarterback, actually put in a position to give him a chance to make that play. Back shoulder,
Hell of a
some
throw.
would say.
Who's the sum? Are you the sum that would say?
No,
Okay.
the people.
I know nobody saw that play because the camera didn't move, but you'll just have to believe us.
You'll have to know it was phenomenal. Hopefully we'll be able to get it on from the other cameras. But yes, Heriot-Watt do the handoff up the middle and is met by a number of Edinburgh University defenders. Edinburgh University coming in strong with those extra men in the box to stuff that run play and put it to 2nd and 8. Quick change from the University of Edinburgh defence. Unfortunately, the defender cannot go out the back of the end zone, so hopefully we'll get to the box in time. And coming onto the field, number 21, their president, Jack Robertson. Play action to Ben, contested pass, and a dropped potential interception there. Great pressure from the Edinburgh defence. Unlucky they're not getting the catch.
I keep forgetting. Thanks.
Jordan, who can only handle one thing at a time, and that's listening to my great chat, has now acquired himself some cameraman staff. You can
Using what we have available to us.
yeah, exactly.
You want one of these?
Want what? A massage?
Yeah.
Jordan's now getting massages on the sideline. As you can, he's starting to get a bit tense and nervous as it is now 3rd down for Heriot-Watt's offense as they attempt to try and score. Where they go for the outside run this time with a toss, and great job there from the Edinburgh defense. I think that was 21 Jack Robertson,
I believe that was number 62.
or 62. That is.
Or is it 92? They do look the same.
We'll go Seb Lee 62.
this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
We now have ourselves a 4th and 12. Unfortunately, Heriot-Watt have struggled in this part of the field to really punch the ball into the end zone and coming away with 0 points. We got 4th down. We're going to assume that it's going to be a pass play of some sort. Let's just hope that Dylan has time to give his guy a chance. So he's rolled out to the left. He's actually kept it himself for QB keeper. He's screamed. We can't see anything, but it looks like the referee has called it short from the end zone. Turnover on downs.
This commentator disagrees, Jamie.
What do you disagree with?
Should have been a touchdown.
We have Heriot-Watt's former kicker complaining about the incapability of getting 3 points there.
Special teams are a third of the game, Jamie.
They are extremely important, and as we've seen so far, they do matter when it comes to field position and points. However, with the ball on the 2-yard line, this is an opportunity for the Heriot-Watt defence to be a bit aggressive, try and get what's called a safety, which would be when the offensive player is tackled with the ball in their own end zone. And being this close is a high probability. So we've got snap, handoff.
There it is.
There it
is.
And there it is.
Good job by the Heriot-Watt defence there, getting that safety. Some people happier than others.
And that is 2 points for Heriot-Watt. Not quite the touchdown they were maybe hoping for from being in that position. Unfortunately, the phone is not working, so if we can go to our cameraman. Oh no, Jordan doesn't believe he has.
He was just too slow. Just like that.
Too much responsibility for him.
Just like that last toss from Heriot-Watt, it was just too slow.
But yeah, so what occurs here is Heriot-Watt have managed to acquire themselves 2 points there, and the Edinburgh University will have to kick the ball back to them, and Heriot-Watt's offense will get the ball again.
Did you see who made the tackle for safety?
I did not. It was a big blur of yellow.
Mountain.
It's a team sack.
People, yep.
75, that is his 8th career safety.
Do you know what? We're going to say that it was number 75 who made that safety. That is his 8th career safety. Would you believe it?
Duncan Johnston.
Nope.
75.
Dan Corbett.
75 is down as Duncan.
That's Dan Corbett today.
Well, apparently we're getting informed that the sheets we've been provided.
Number 52, that was his number last year, that's why. Should see up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, apparently it was Dan Corbett. Apologies for that confusion there.
We don't actually know if it was. We're just saying it is.
Team safety.
That is a great kick.
Great kick. But here we're going to be able to see a return just because of the position of where it starts.
Gets
We've
his
got some
blockers.
steps. He's absolutely outrun his blockers.
Well done. That is a very solid return from number 8, James Weird.
All right, Heriot-Watt are back on the ball. We've seen them now regularly being able to move the ball, but they have been struggling as they do get into that red zone. And those are some of the things that do sort of help make the difference between winning and losing games: turnovers and red zone offense.
But they're back on offense again.
They are, and the fact that they're even getting in that position, the more chances you get, the better.
Hey, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket.
There you go, folks. Anyone who decides to use that encouragement to buy a ticket and happen to win big, don't forget about us.
Have we got a raffle?
I don't know if we have a raffle. We have the motion toss. Good cut. And
Progress is progress. 3 yards.
3 or 4 from Theo Harrison Drummond. If I'm correct, Theo was the starting running back for Heriot-Watt last year.
He was, yeah.
And is a very good athlete and player.
Couldn't catch a cold though.
You heard it here first from Jordan. We won't be sharing the information passed to us from the crowd. But let's have a look. What interesting facts. No, we can't share that. He grew up in Africa and he's doing his PhD. Apparently he is absolutely rapid.
With 2 P's, not just 1, 2.
We have that same motion. This time we're getting sort of bending, trying to go for what's called a ISO run with a lead blocker. Unfortunately, that was stuffed there by Lorenzo, who has changed his number to 64. I believe that would be
so he can be offensive line.
That is correct. Fun fact, not interesting.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Or are you just looking to say something?
To be on the offensive line, you have to wear the numbers from 50 to 79. That helps the refs indicate and identify those players to not go downfield and make receptions, because they are not tight ends.
You can usually tell who's an offensive lineman just by their size. The number doesn't really matter.
But it does help.
It does help. Oh yeah, no, we skipped that.
Thankfully, the player has now gotten up and is taking himself off to the sideline under his own weight, which is always a good thing to see. And we now have a 3rd and 6 for Heriot-Watt. Some struggles here on those first couple of plays. We'll see whether they try something different. No, we're going back to the same motion. However, we're going for the straight run up the middle with Ben Atta, who makes a couple of misses. And then was swarmed by the Edinburgh defence. A good solid run, making people miss, getting yards, but not enough right now.
Not enough at all.
However, we are in this sort of area of the field where Heriot-Watt coaches have to be asking themselves a question: do they attempt to try and go for it? Which it doesn't look like they are going to.
YOLO, as the kids say.
Unfortunately, you're very grateful that you can't hear in the background some of the nearby observers spewing onto the grass nearby, hearing that joke. Someone get me a special guest now. Something from the Heriot-Watt staff have seen that they did not like, have called a timeout, and they are either going to change the play or potentially go for the punt. Thankfully through that, we were able to hear the ref, who is informed that there's 5 minutes left in this quarter. And so far, we've just seen Heriot-Watt football. They've been managing to move the ball, have the ball for most of the, in fact, the whole time of this quarter. But how many points have they acquired so far, Jordan?
2.
2 points, folks.
Hey, it's better than none.
It is better than none. But I'm sure I would very much like to continue this drive and actually get some more points on the board in this very close battle. So what are we thinking they're looking to call here? We're going to try and get something fancy, trying to get cute with it, or are we just going to hand it to the big man and get those 2 yards? I hope that they go to the outside, because Edinburgh are currently crowding the line of scrimmage right now and are going to be bringing significant pressure to try and stop what they imagine is going to be a run up the middle. There's the toss with the lead blocker from the motion. He gets down the sideline, makes before he is pushed out there from 91. Harry Wharton, who's actually been all over the field, making tackles, making plays for this Edinburgh defence, and they're preventing the...
And an interception?
Yeah, he got the interception, yeah. It definitely helps when you play in the defensive backfield to have your number be seen more often, instead of the box of 6 or 7 players who swarm as one.
Palindromes everywhere.
Just green flooding, or yellow, flooding to the ball carriers. Alright, fresh set of first downs for Heriot-Watt on what looks like the 26-yard line. Oh no!
In your opinion?
Jordan, unprofessional as always, can't help but respond to the crowd.
That's what I'm here for. Like I say, Jamie, I'm not going to be back.
There we go. Penalty on the Edinburgh University 64, 5 yards and a 1st and 5. Now, what I'd like to see from Heriot-Watt offense is actually a shot to the end zone. I think we've obviously seen them be quite successful if the ball's in the... Like, they have done a good job of that.
They have.
And when you've got the chances like this to take that moment and not hurt your team, then I think you take it.
Absolutely. He's got the arm strength, he's got the weapons to use.
However, I can't wait for them to hand it up the middle and them to score anyway. So we have a trips bunch to the field side for Heriot-Watt. Oh, they looked like he went to the right to try and see if he could... Yeah, there was definitely some miscommunication there between either the QB or the running back. One of them went the wrong way. We do not know which, but sensible play there from Dylan afterwards, just to throw the ball away, take it back to where it was and go for 2nd down.
Individual mistakes killing Heriot-Watt here. As the washing machine turns on.
Unfortunately, we're having a speaker issue. It also won't turn off. There we go. I'm assuming that the microphone here died. But here we go, handoff up the middle to Ben Atta. Oh, he slices those defenders, makes a couple more miss before being tackled there. But it's actually a very good tackle from number 62, Seb Lee.
You know what? I was giving Heriot-Watt stick about being slow, but that snap came out fast.
Man loves a good snap.
I just love offensive line. Yes, is the answer.
The crowd are actually asking what he meant to say, if he meant to say snack or snap. Jordan confirming that he does enjoy both. Here we go, 1st and 10. Heriot-Watt have been in this position before and come away with 0 points. Can they actually do something here? Dylan keeps it, goes for the throw, he throws it away. It looks like, again, miscommunication on the run play. Decides just to eat the play and go for 2nd down.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but individual mistakes are killing Heriot-Watt here.
But what individual? That is the question.
Can it be multiple? It feels like multiple.
That would be called a team error.
Team errors are killing Heriot-Watt here, Jamie.
Thank you. All right, second and goal. Are Heriot-Watt going to finally be able to find a play in their playbook that's going to get them into the end zone?
Hey, well,
They've struggled so far.
They've scored once, they can do it again.
Not from this position, they have not yet. But they are going for the outside toss into space. And that is a phenomenal tackle there in Opens field. Again from Seb Lee. He is doing an excellent job down here in this red zone right now.
Really struggling to seal that outside end when they're doing those outside plays.
I think that actually came from middle linebacker.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's playing standoff linebacker.
Everywhere.
And
It looks like he's playing everywhere.
He's flying sideline to sideline. However, they are bringing back on one of their best players.
In your opinion?
I mean, he's had to make some great plays. So we'll see if Lorenzo can make a difference. However, he is on the boundary side. So we have ourselves a pass. Nothing going well. He has found a window, but unfortunately there's nobody there. However, there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the very experienced sideline judge Gordon Galloway has seen here. Referees just checking with the Edinburgh University coaching staff if they would like to accept or decline, so we're assuming it will be against Heriot-Watt.
Is that illegal downfield?
Yeah, so thankfully this has actually came at a very good time in that we were discussing how the offensive linemen have very specific numbers and they cannot go downfield, and that's what we've just seen there. So that sends them back 5 yards. Does keep it at 3rd down, but does make it again very difficult for the Heriot-Watt offense to try and score. It looks like they've really tried to throw everything they have at Edinburgh's defense, red zone defense right now, and really struggling to find something that's going to work. A very quick catch and pass, but unfortunately
not a very good throw from the quarterback.
no, that has not come out quite right at all. Would have been a good. Do you know what? I do like that as a play call. Assuming you're going for it on 4th down, this quick 5-yard hitch puts yourself close to the end zone and maybe gives yourself a better chance on 4th down.
For the field goal?
For the field goal.
For the field goal, okay. Glad we're on the same page.
But here we go. Heriot-Watt offense steps back onto the field. 4th down again here in the red zone. Are they going to go 0-3? We're about to find out. Snap back to Dylan. He's sitting in the pocket. He's scrambling. He's making moves. There's pressure coming in. The Edinburgh University defense has let go. He has tossed it, and they've called it. We're just waiting to find out what the refs have called. Either it's an incomplete pass or a fumble, but either way, it is Edinburgh University's football. Oh, flag came out for something there.
Another great showing by the Edinburgh University defence.
Yeah, so they've called intentional ground, and Dylan there, knowing it's fourth down, has tried to make a play, has thrown it downfield to try to see if anyone can get it and try and get the score.
Fourth quarter.
It is fourth quarter now, yes. So in the fourth quarter, in that quarter, we've seen two very long drives from Heriot-Watt. Unfortunately, coming away with 0 points, which Edinburgh University will be absolutely buzzing about. And we've also seen one play on offense from Edinburgh, which resulted in a safety. You can definitely see the sort of like energy on both sidelines, as Edinburgh clearly do have the momentum as their defence has come up really strong again, and it's something that they did have a good defence last year as well. At least I was informed, and from what I saw,
Take your word for it.
I mean, it is far easier to play defence than his offence in these early stages, especially coming into the sport. For those not being able to see it, Jordan nodded and agreed with me.
Sorry, yes, Jamie, I agree.
And unfortunately, he's definitely getting frustrated with the unbiased coming through.
Oh, not at all. Listen, they're putting themselves in this position.
And great defence from the Edinburgh University team. Alright, let's see what Edinburgh's offence can do. Who are probably very cold after only seeing the field once for a single play. Starting off with a slant pass there, which was slightly behind the receiver who couldn't slow down enough to make the catch. But the space was there. If we just get the ball slightly in front of him. Won't be surprised to see that play come back if they do end up getting a first down. Yeah, these are kind of difficult situations when you've actually not seen the field since pretty much before the half.
It is. Having been in that situation a few times myself, it's pretty rough.
On a nice, cold November day.
Even in the hot August ones, Jamie.
But yeah, they go to their empty quad stack, which we're either looking to go for a screen where you throw it to the shortest one, but they've actually gone out. Oh! They came back to the slant, actually hit him in the numbers, but unfortunately wasn't able to make it happen. What they're attempting to do there with that quad stack is they're trying to draw a number of defenders over to it by overloading them, because you have to account for them in case they do throw it there for a screen, which then does create space for your one-on-one backside player, which they seem to like their matchup there.
Well, let's clarify. You should account for it. Sometimes you don't.
Or Jack Robertson, he should put up what's going to clear up.
Excellent, thank you.
Are we football guys?
We've just been provided a cake that is meant to be for the football team, and this is our payment.
I think so.
Another pass gone to a scramble from Kale there. He's gone to the sideline though. He's gone some space. He's decided to for some reason cut inside, which was
2-foot tackle. The Heriot-Watt defender.
Just got fallen down. I hope the people who have a better view than me over this stand are claiming that he's gone for a slide, which definitely maybe needs to do a better job of learning how to do that. Maybe they'll introduce it into practice.
I doubt it.
I doubt it indeed. But no, great job keeping the ball alive, making a play, getting the first down. And moving into Heriot-Watt's side of the field. We're actually really enjoying this right side of the field after missing out so much last time. Motion there from the slot receiver. Oh, we faked the toss. Don't know what's going to happen there, but Kale has managed to scramble around, avoid, making people miss, and gets the first down again.
Kind of a hell of a job.
Kale absolutely leading this offense, making plays, getting the ball moving, and threatening to score.
Heriot-Watt at risk
However-
of just really getting away from them.
However, unfortunately, it looks like Kale's requesting a substitution, either to catch his breath or, I think, to catch his breath.
Not that you've ever done that, Jamie, yeah?
Never.
Iron Man. Exactly.
I'm also not that fast. All right, we've got a backup quarterback, Zach Swales, who we get the motion, does the play action, attempts to throw the slant, but unfortunately is off target.
Did not do very well.
I mean, we
Plenty
talked
of time to throw it though.
That was
Great
actually
work from the offensive line.
phenomenal job. Also very ballsy to, like, we talked about the fact that their
We did.
offense hadn't been on the field for like a whole half. Now your backup QB who's been fairly cold on the sideline just asked to come in and pass and make the completion on his first play. But he does seem to stay in as Kale is not ready to go back. We have motion, return motion, fake handoff into the screen. Very good swarm there from Heriot-Watt defense, but they were not breaking down when it came to the tackle, and that is an excellent play there for Pat Machek.
Great job reading the defense coming right at him, not giving them any kind of angle to work with, stepping inside and just making them miss.
Yeah, a bit of over pursuit and lack of breakdown there from the Heriot-Watt defenders as they're flying to the sideline to try and make a play.
Not to take anything away from the Edinburgh player, obviously.
No, I mean, the Edinburgh player did a great job of reading it and being athletic enough to make the play and get the first down. Same motion, return, play action, pass. Goes to the slant, hits his man in stride.
Real
And that is
danger this time away
Toby
from them,
Mooney
yeah.
getting the first down. However, we do have a flag on the field. Great job there from Zach, who's now clearly warmed up and his passes have improved every single time he's made an attempt.
I mean, you would hope it could only go up from in the ground.
It's not wrong. But yeah, after keeping their offense drive alive there, Zach has stepped out for Kale. He's decided to return to play.
Must be nice being able to pick and choose when you can go on.
Phenomenal job though from Zach to step in and keep it alive. I'm sure that'll be like well appreciated by his teammates. So here we have first and goal. What are the Edinburgh offense going to go with? They're going for the QB run and they actually get into the end zone for the score. Taking a very, very strong lead into these final minutes of this game.
Very little resistance on that run now.
Utilising those sort of overloading there with offensive players there, and Kale did a phenomenal job of just putting the shoulder down and just really firing into that end zone.
Yeah, I have to say, good play design.
So here we go for the 2-point conversion. Wouldn't be surprised here if the Edinburgh offense either tries the exact same play or a counter off this. And they go for the exact same play. Heriot-Watt looks like they've seen it coming, but there still wasn't enough as Kale uses his great speed to get to the pylon and score. Edinburgh University come in and take the lead 22-8.
Edinburgh worth every point of this league.
Yeah, that was a fantastic drive.
I don't want to say they've comfortably been better, but they have been the better team for most of the game.
Actually, it's been a very exciting second half with 3 long drives from both teams. Just Edinburgh being able to punch it in that last minute, which has been the difference maker.
Yeah. I imagine that really affects an opposition's confidence if you can do that.
But we still have time left in this game for Heriot-Watt to pull something out. We've seen that they can be explosive, that they can get big plays. Unfortunately, they might be in a position where they're going to be trying to force that too much. We shall see, though. They do have the capability. They're not out of it yet.
They absolutely do.
But yeah, no, Edinburgh University defense have stepped up for it since that first score. They've clearly made adjustments to the run game, and they've been swarming around making plays.
What I am going to do though is try and focus the narrative entirely on Sandy Lever's ejection, and would the Heriot-Watt defence have been better with him?
Potentially still better, but good enough.
You don't stop this Edinburgh offence.
I mean, a bunch of those were slants and screens to the sideline. You may be stopping them a bit shorter, but great kick again there. But however, we are looking for the return, though it did look like it was a difficult return. Goes for the fake end around, was not maybe enough. And Edinburgh University did not bite and absolutely swarmed. Edinburgh University coaches are very happy with that. It's always nice when you do see things like you practice all the time coming into fruition from excellent hustle.
Players aren't biting on fakes, that means they're still focused, and if you're still focused in the fourth quarter, there's a very high chance you're going to be the ones that come out on top.
Alright, here we go from Heriot-Watt's offence. A small conversation there between the QB and running back, so I'm expecting something to go down there. Here we've got the motion around the running back. Toss to the motion player. A bit questionable. Very good cut though to continue, and actually does make a great job of getting those 4 yards. Tough 4 yards, but he got them nonetheless. But yeah, bit unfortunate timing and ball placement there on that toss. Probably did not help his situation. But keeps the ball moving.
He does. Again, I am aware these are university students, but they just look slow. Heriot-Watt are real slow getting those outside runs off. Inside they've been great, passing you can't argue with, but those outside runs have just been slow all day.
They'll probably improve with practice. I think it's mostly just like timing and slickness of those tosses. There's another toss there with this time to
and that looks to be a first.
Ben Atta, and what a phenomenal player he has shown to be. Hopefully, if anything, if they really want to come back into the game, I think it's going to have to be through him. Keep giving him chances to break one away. He's done a great job of making players miss, breaking tackles and gaining yards. I'd also really like to see them use Dylan's athleticism a little bit more. I think Edinburgh's offense has done a good job of using Kale. Both of them having running QBs.
Been very pass heavy, this Heriot-Watt offense. Very pass heavy.
I'll probably come out balanced, I reckon. Oh, excellent run there. Unfortunately runs into his own player, but still a great run.
Well, for my recency bias, I'm saying it's been pass heavy. Despite the last 3 plays being run. I know how stupid I sound, but I'm just going to keep digging.
The one downside from running the ball all the time is the clock. It is something that they're going to have to take into consideration and manage. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can't have a second drive since you are 2 scores behind. Here we go. Here's our first play of the drive. Moving around from Dylan, avoiding defenders. Good stiff arm. Unfortunately, he's not getting the time to throw the ball, but has actually managed to make enough people miss. It's a great effort, and it looks like that's going to be a first down.
And that is what Dylan is capable of on his feet.
It looks like they have given the first down though. Interesting, we've actually managed to go this whole time and not point out that Dylan is actually left-handed, in case anyone felt confused when he's running around looking a bit different from everyone else.
The camera's just flipped.
Every time he gets the ball, we just flip the camera.
Absolutely.
We've not actually seen the right side of the field. But yeah, we're actually having a quick look around. There actually has a significant crowd here for today's game, and thankfully we're getting a very good spectacle for it. Oh, the pressure comes in from Edinburgh University, and it is Daniel Hardman who actually comes away with the sack with additional pressure from Lorenzo. Dylan looking like he's struggling, just dancing around, not being able to find someone to throw the ball to. Alright, it's not the worst position to be in for Heriot-Watt. It is second and long. The Edinburgh University defence has backed off significantly with their backfield. However, their linebackers are extremely close, and we go for the running back swing. He's done a great job of stepping and just getting north and south and getting back to the original line of scrimmage. Simple play call, effectively ran, good yardage. Sort of play you're needing to really make sure it's achievable to get this next first down.
Just string together 7 or 8 more of those and see how it goes.
Eventually they'll get into the end zone. I mean, it's not like we've not seen Heriot-Watt's offense like move the ball, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were capable of getting a first down here, and also potential to go for on 4th down now, just under pressure with the score line and the time. Unfortunately, low snap, but he manages to acquire it. He gets it out to Ben, who makes a great cut with a bit of over pursuit from the Edinburgh defence. He's still on his feet though, and he does get the first down.
Great job.
Feed that man.
I tell you what, he did a really good job there to cut inside and get those offensive linemen on the right side of the ball so that he had coverage in those blocks.
Yeah,
coverage
really.
in the blocks, that's just me throwing words together. He used his teamwork.
As long as you say it with conviction, you're fine.
I know, but it just doesn't feel right lying to everyone like that. I can do better, Jamie. I can be better.
Lying to everyone, lying to me, lying to yourself.
All 9 people listening to this.
And don't forget the 5 people next to us in the crowd.
They don't count. They're here.
There is, by the way, there is actually a very good crowd here for today's game, and
I'd
I'm
say
glad
at
it
least
has.
300 to 400 people. And as a man on the internet, you can't dispute that.
We've got we're giving Ben a bit of a break, and Theo takes the run there, gets met in the backfield, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it has been very interesting night because they do move the ball, and they have clearly heard you complain about their choice of plays and have really gone into that run game. But I'm expecting a play action on this one. But we've got the screen, unfortunately a bit low, kind of running into his own player, but like the DV did not come down to the ball very quickly, and that is a solid 6-yard gain.
I'll tell you what we usually have on screenplays, Jamie. We usually have somebody doing some blocking.
I mean, 10 did get in the way
Of,
the defenders.
okay.
If only we had a rewind ability, we could look back and show it. But it doesn't matter. It's positive play.
Positive plays, you're absolutely right. I'll keep my sour grapes to myself.
Oh no, that is not good. Every referee showing off their arm, getting that flag into the air for a false start on the Heriot-Watt offense. Edinburgh sideline getting a bit rowdy, getting a quick telling off from their head coach Ryan, which is good good player management. Try not to get overly excited, which can potentially lead to flags, but still want to hear them cheer on their defense though in a second. Or where they just go fully silent. It's alright, I guess.
Huh?
Couldn't hear me over there. Oh, we've got a toss, but that is a phenomenal play from number 63. Getting into the backfield with penetration. Daniel Hardman. There's a joke in there somewhere.
That's where I was going, yeah. I just couldn't remember the first, yeah. Pearson Hardman, that's what, there we go.
Catch that, bud. All right, 4th down. Like what are Heriot-Watt's offense going to bring? It's a challenging one because there's a 4th and long. Like you got to get 9 yards. You got to find something in your playbook that you are first confident in, that you can actually be successful, and that will actually give you a chance to get that many yards.
You just have to throw this.
It's also very unfortunate that...
Is that a 2-minute one? That's a 2-minute one, and it looks like. Or is that timeout?
I think there was a timeout called.
There's a timeout on it.
Right, okay.
So no player knows.
I have no idea we're not really quite sure what's going on right now. Oh, they're punting it.
That's 4th down as well.
It is 4th down. They're trying to go for a.
Is that another timeout again? No,
Is
timeout.
another timeout called through confusion on the Edinburgh University side.
2 minutes away.
Is this going to give Heriot-Watt the time to maybe reconsider their situation?
I don't think so, Jamie.
Coaching play here.
It is a big call, but it is potentially. It's one of those ones where it can work out if you can punt the ball into get field position. You can come out and get a three and out stop. It's just difficult because you're also
Well,
losing a lot of
Here's
time.
the question. As a player on that team, are you going to feel better about your chances if you give it a shot and go for it, or if you go for field position and hope?
All right, here's the big one. With this much time, are we about to see a fake punt?
Whoa, no. No, I don't think that's something anybody practices.
Are you thinking?
Tell you what though, if they do, I'll give you a tenner.
Show me the money! Catches it.
That's shin.
There was also a whistle as well.
I did hear a
which
whistle.
felt like it was from another field, which is why everyone seems to be standing around uncertain. A lack of energy on that play. Everyone
Yeah.
just sort of stood and just were happy to let him punt it.
I think it was that.
I think everyone was thrown off by the whistle as well. It did sound very close. But either way, Edinburgh has the ball and it's in their hands now to sort of kill this clock and take this game to its conclusion.
You can see the benefits that Edinburgh University got from their season in Division 1 last year.
That is very true, actually. Yeah, this is a step-up game for Heriot-Watt.
It is, it absolutely is.
A lot of the teams that they were playing last year are either no longer around due to folding, or are within this division, or in Division 2 in the south, or within England. South for us, not for everyone.
Well, no, it's the south.
Harry, we've got a toss play. It looked like he wanted to maybe pass that ball, but
Great pursuit there from Theo. Really good pursuit.
great pressure, stringing out the play for, let's see, what maybe minimal to no yards gained on that. Does keep the clock ticking though.
Well, you're absolutely right. Half the teams that Heriot-Watt are due to play this year were in a Division 1, if not 2 above them last year. So,
And I think there's obviously a spark of good things. This is also their first game against Edinburgh's second, which does make a big difference at this sort of level.
fine margins.
Very fine margins indeed. And yeah, if they can sort out some of their red zone offense, that's a great cutback and is he going to manage to get to the sideline? He's there, but the flow's coming in from Heriot-Watt's defense. Manages to stay in bounds, keeps the clock running, and it is very close to that first down marker. Yeah, it's a long season, especially when you've got young guys on all teams. And that's obviously the big part of the university game, is how well can you recruit, what athletes can you bring in, and what coaching can you give them to get them up to speed as fast as possible. But yeah, they moved the ball well, just struggled in those
They
red
did.
zones.
A lot of positives, but I think this is a bit of a reality check for them. After a very, very big high last year of being as effective as they were.
Yeah, going undefeated in the regular season, if I'm correct.
Yes. With a reappearance from the Wolverines in the playoffs to go 1-0 over York.
But also a very good performance from Edinburgh, who did lose last week 14-6 to the Glasgow Tigers in their opening matchup. They've shown both strong defence, especially again everything's going to come back to that sort of red zone stuff.
It will. Inability to execute.
Bend, don't break. The classic line.
You're right though. You're absolutely right.
And they've actually been very creative under Callum Buchan's guidance on offence. He did say that he wasn't expecting to run the ball as much, but I think he's found success in it. And is
Well, when you've got a player like Kale at quarterback who gives you that dual threat.
I mean, yeah, they actually have used him a lot to run the ball.
Well, one of his touchdowns was a rushing touchdown.
Yep, and they've done a good
As
job
opposed
of.
to a British touchdown.
Is that the end of the game?
2-minute warning, I assume.
There we go, and that is the end of the game. The final score, 22-8.
Well, thanks for joining us. It may or may not ever happen again.
Congratulations to Edinburgh University on their first win of the season.
Just go back into the centre here, and I will sign off with On the Watt.